With 7 billion mobile subscriptions worldwide, 23 billion text messages sent every single day, and 98% of all US smartphone users sending text messages on a regular basis, text messaging for real estate investors is quickly becoming a go-to source to find motivated sellers and to sell deals to your motivated buyers as well. In this video, we're going to talk about how you can implement text messaging for real estate investing in today's market. Hey everybody, it's Jamel Gibbs with the REI Education Academy, helping you close deals consistently in your real estate investing business. And on this channel, what we do are real estate investing how-to videos and tutorials, as well as videos of me actually investing in real estate. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And at any point in this video, if I mention any resources, those resources will be linked in the description box below in case you want to get started with them right away. So with that said, let's jump into today's video. All right, guys, so today what we're going to do is talk about text messaging for real estate investors. This is a strategy that's been working for a long time, but it's really becoming popular right now in today's market. So you want to implement text messaging into your real estate investing business in order to drive very inexpensive, motivated seller leads. And also you can sell your properties on the other end if you're wholesaling using text messaging as well. Now, as I've mentioned, text messaging has been one of the go-to sources for me in my real estate investing business as a follow-up sequence. But like I said, I'm going to show you how to implement text messaging on a front end as well. And we're going to do that in 3 simple steps. So before we go ahead and jump into the nitty-gritty of this entire training, go ahead and smash that like button, click the notification bell, and subscribe to this channel as well for future videos just like this one. Now, there are 3 simple steps when it comes to text message marketing. First thing you want to do when it comes to text message marketing for real estate investing is pull the right list. Now, personally, I would focus on a vacant property list or an absentee owner list or some type of list with a high level of motivated sellers on that list or potential motivated sellers. Now, typically you want to focus on a high equity list as well. So a vacant property, free and clear list will work really well. Now, what you want to do once you get that list is you want to go ahead and you want to skip trace the list. And if you want to find out more information on how to get started skip tracing, personally, I would use a service in order to do this so that you can get high quality data. And if you want more information on that, check the link that's popping up on this screen right now. Once you skip trace the list, what you're looking for are a minimum of 3 different phone numbers so you can be able to find the motivated sellers. And in addition to that, you want to be able to get their email address as well. And I'll talk about email in a later video, and I'll talk about why you want those phone numbers in more detail in a later video when we talk about, let's say, ringless voicemail and email marketing, which goes perfectly with SMS marketing, which is text message marketing. Now, in addition to skip tracing the list, what you want to do is run that list up against the Do Not Call Registry as well. The reason why you want to do that is to make sure that you stay compliant and to make sure you're contacting people who actually want to be contacted. So be sure to not only skip trace the list, but run it up against the Do Not Call Registry as well. And what I'll do is I'll provide a link in the description box below so that you can know where to go to run that list up against the Do Not Call Registry. The next thing you want to do is pick the right service in order to be able to do your SMS marketing. I'm going to link in the description box below a company that I use in order to send out text messages for my real estate investing business when we're marketing for motivated sellers, as well as sending our deals out to buyers as well. You can get text messages sent for as little as 2 cents, 2.5 cents per message if you find the right company. So now you know that you need to pull a list, you need to skip trace the list, and then you need to find the right service in order to send your text messaging for you. The next thing to do is to simply send out your text messages. And that's as simple as pushing a send button in the back office of whatever platform you decide to use. Now, there's 2 different ways that you can implement text messaging as a marketing platform in order to find motivated sellers. You can do it on a front end, and you can also use it as a follow-up sequence. Personally, what I like to do is I would send out a ringless voicemail first and then use text messaging as a follow-up following that ringless voicemail or direct mail campaign. Let's say, for example, I send out a ringless voicemail. I would then follow up with a text message 3 days later, and then I would follow up every 7 days for an entire month to continually follow up the seller, have multiple touches in order to get the seller to show some type of interest in selling their property to me. Now, let's just say I decide not to send out a ringless voicemail and I send out, let's say, a postcard campaign. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and send out the postcard campaign, and I'll make sure that the company that I'm sending the postcard campaign through sends me a postcard as well. So the day that I receive my postcard in the mail, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and follow up with the potential motivated seller with a text message. And that text message will say something like this: "Hi, we sent you a postcard. It should be in your mailbox today, and we wanted to make sure you received it. Once you receive it, shoot us a text back so we can discuss what the postcard is all about." And that way, what we're doing is we're using curiosity in our marketing to the seller. So we'll have multiple touches at that point. We'll have a touch with the postcard or the ringless voicemail, and our second touch will follow up with the text message. And then once the seller contacts us back, that's another touch. So it's basically building a rapport. Now, what we want to do is we want to use the text messaging service in order to get the seller to contact us over the phone. So we want to use text messaging as a platform to ultimately end up on the phone with the seller through multiple touches. And again, what we're doing is we're building that relationship with them and building that trust with them through the text messaging platform. So again, using multiple modalities, what we're doing is we're implementing text messaging in order to build trust, in order to get a qualified lead and ultimately make a deal with a motivated seller. And again, we're using multiple touches to be able to do this. Now, think in terms of some of the big box companies, some of the franchise companies that we see out there. Normally, what a big franchise company would do, especially those who run, let's say, TV commercials, they'll show a TV commercial or run a radio ad every 15 to 20 minutes. Why do you think they do that? The reason they do that is because they're building a relationship with you through the modality that they're touching base with you with. So again, if these big box companies are using, let's just say, TV in order to advertise their business, they're going to continually show that same ad over and over and over again to build a relationship with you. Over time, what happens is it starts to sink in your brain, and eventually you may end up doing business with them, or a percentage of the people that watch the commercial will end up doing business with them. So they continually follow up with the ideal customer in order to get them to eventually spend money with their company. And it's the same concept when it comes to finding motivated sellers using multiple modalities. So again, as a follow-up sequence, I would use text messaging in order to drive leads into your business, build a relationship with the motivated seller, and ultimately get them off of the text message and onto the phone so that you can negotiate with them and really build that rapport with them over the phone. So get the list, skip trace the list, pick the right company to send the messages for you, and ultimately press send. Once you press send, within minutes, you should start getting leads coming into your real estate investing business. Now, again, what I would do is use it as a follow-up from a ringless voicemail campaign or some type of direct mail campaign, or maybe even a pay-per-click campaign if you're using, let's say, Facebook traffic or something like that in order to drive leads into your real estate investing business. So keep all of these things in mind. Now, another way to use text messaging is to drive motivated sellers on the front end as well. And the way to do that is to simply send out a broad message contacting the sellers from the list, from those 3 phone numbers that I spoke about. You just simply want to send them a message expressing your interest in their property. What I would do is test both messages. I would test sending out messages on the front end as a first touch to introducing yourself to motivated sellers. And I will also test it on the back end as a follow-up when you're using it to build a relationship with the motivated sellers. So the object is to get started. And in order to get started, you have to take action. And ultimately, if you take massive action, you'll get massive results. Now, I'm going to be doing more videos covering multiple ways of finding motivated sellers. If you like these videos, go ahead and subscribe to this page and click the notification bell as well so you can be notified when more videos just like this comes out. Go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section below as well. Let me know what questions you have, in regards to finding motivated sellers, and I'm going to do my very best to get you the information that you need, and I'm going to explain what works for me in my real estate investing business as well. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you on the next one. Take care.